Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and today we will be looking over what I have found that's new for the first snapshot of Minecraft 1.9, snapshot 15W31A, that's 2015 week 31, first release A. Uh, let's hop into my relatively newly created, just created it today snapshot area. So far, it seems pretty normal. Not a ton of like natural generation has changed in the overworld, and as far as I know, nothing has really. Well, as far as I know, I don't think anything's changed in the overworld or the Nether. But there are some new blocks in the end, and so let's start with the new blocks. We now have end blocks, so it's in stone but in bricks. End bricks. We have a new purple in polished brick form. We have a new purple that is brick cubes. We have a purple stair version of that. We have a purple slab, and we have purple double slab that, like all double slabs, looks just like that. And you can see these guys are the new creature, the shulkers. They are purple, but they are actually creatures, not bricks, but they match in color in purple. So we're getting a lot of purple stuff. Uh, Speaking of purple things, there will be a new plant in the end that will release chorus fruit and popped chorus fruit somehow, and they're purple too. We also have a new plant in the regular, which are beets, which you can see I have beets growing right here, and I haven't given them enough time to grow, but that's why that's not gonna work. Okay. You can take the beetroot seed, and I guess I should take some bone meal, like a smart farmer, and then I can, in creative, grow it all the way to the top. And there we have your first stage, your second stage, and your third stage. And then you hit it, and if you weren't in creative, when you hit it, it might actually do something. So I'll get out of creative and uh, at some point and possibly eat a beetroot, but probably not because it's not that good of a new food. It's just more food. Uh, Now you can make a chorus plant, but you can't plant it on fertilized soil or dirt, even over here, or grass. It only grows on in stone. So I have a little thing of say in stone here, and they are cactus-like plants that you will see here, topped with a flower. No, topped with the flower. So that's that. And when you hit the bottom of it, it takes out the whole plant, which is definitely a new thing for default Minecraft. That is basically like vein mining or vein chopping of trees, and never in any other. Uh, well, cactuses. Cactuses do that too. So this is the end equivalent of a cactus, I suppose. The chorus plant. Uh, but let's talk about the shulker because it is a pretty good thing. So a shulker is a creature that if I weren't in creative, would start attacking me. It would open up and uh, be shooting projectiles that follow in straight lines according to each block. So if I was, say, here, then this would open up and either shoot a projectile like this way, then this way, or maybe this way and do a little zigzag. I don't know if it really does too many zigzag maneuvers as much as it just picks the least amount of curves to do it. But what it's not going to do is it's not going to open up and fire directly at me like an arrow would. Speaking of arrows, uh, we have a whole new use for arrows, and I don't, and it's going to be interesting at least. So But let's not get distracted. You can see the shulker here can be on any side of a block, but it can't be on a shulker. I'm right clicking now. It cannot touch a shulker. It has to ground itself to something. So if I put a shulker here, they can also teleport if they feel themselves in danger. So that one just teleported somewhere. Right there. If I put one here, it will turn and be attached to this block. If I hit that, it gets damaged, it teleports away over here. And as far as I can tell, when they're in their shell, you can't kill them. It seems like they take red damage, but they only die when they open up. So they're protected. Also, oddly enough, we're in peaceful mode, and yet they are still around. So they are a strange entity because they are both a creature that shouldn't be around, like creepers and zombies, but a block too. It takes, I think, 2 hits when he's open to kill him with a diamond sword. Maybe 3? Uh, Come on, open up. It would be really difficult to get close to him, and I'll show you that. 4. Took about 4 hits. Uh, it'd be really difficult to get close to him and hit him with a sword. Also, I think this is a bug, but you can push shulkers. So if I hit this, it will push it. But you can't pull him. That's a sticky piston. He's down. He's not getting pulled. Now, sticky pistons were added to the game a lot later than pistons were. So maybe there's just a split there in the code. But I imagine what's going to happen is you're just not going to be able to push them. It might open up some crazy redstone mechanics if you could push an entity with a piston in this form and it only takes up a block. That would be interesting. And again, show you when you put these things on, they rotate to lock on to each side, even the bottom. And we have a new dragon head, haven't mentioned it. When you kill the dragon, you might get the dragon head. Maybe you'll always get the dragon head. But it's a head, you can wear it on your head. Let's look at our inventory. We now have one of the most talked about features, which is the offhand. So I can take this new arrow that is a water bottle arrow and put that in my offhand. I could also put like torches, shields are eventually going to come. You can put that in your offhand, and basically if it's in your offhand, it gets preference if it's an arrow, and it is the right click option if something doesn't have a right click option. For instance, a pickaxe really doesn't have a right click action, so if you put torches in your right hand, that means you can pickaxe and mine with your left click, then right click to put a torch down, mine with your left click and right click. For anybody that plays in survival, that is going to be a game changer. We haven't gotten a ton of new items. One thing I wanted to try is a comparator. Haven't tried that. The new purple things are just down here. There really aren't anything except for the chorus flower, this, and the end rod, which, okay. The end rod is a new design element for the moment, but I imagine it's going to become part of a whole new system of magical stuff because it has a particle effect, and it might be a whole new style of beacon. And then the dragon head. Nothing in the redstone. This isn't going to be a redstone update, really. I doubt they'll do much of anything. Here's your beet. You can make beetroot soup. Uh, I've noticed in the snapshots when you first log in and go to this, the compass and the clock both turn. I've also noticed that some of the books are now in a different place, it seems. So enchantment books that would be useful for like the fishing rod are here. And unbreaking and efficiency certainly useful in all these tools. So instead of keeping all the enchantment books in the same place, they've been split up. All the enchantments here, none of which are new as far so far, are for weapons, which we have no new weapons, no new armor, but we do have several new things. We have a spectral arrow, which is a different design, and then you have all these like potion coated arrows. Now, I have a water bottle arrow right now. What is that going to do? There's no system right now in default vanilla Minecraft that you need to drink a water bottle for anything. There's no like dehydration or heat thing. The only thing it could possibly do is put you out if you're on fire. So, I guess I would need to start something on fire, wouldn't I? Let's see. Let's try that. We're learning new things as we go. Uh, there's no new potions, but we know there are going to be some new potion abilities. They're just not here yet in this snapshot. So I imagine next week I'll be doing another snapshot, and I'm going to try to do snapshots for however long it takes, because it's a great reason and excuse to make Minecraft. So let's start something on fire. Always a good thing to say. No. And then fire a splash arrow. Interesting. Not seeing anything splashing with these arrows, and I don't even know if I'm really using these arrows. I have to be using them though, because this is the only arrow I have. If I get rid of this, where am I getting arrows? Apparently in creative now you just have an unlimited supply of arrows. There's no arrows here. Maybe arrows are getting taken out of the game. I mean, well, you still have them. And it's an interesting thought. So I have no idea what the arrow is, what the splash bottle arrow is going to be all about. See what the spectral arrow does. It just bounces back when he's closed, and when it hits him, it seems to apply some kind of effect to him. So that'll be an interesting idea to figure out what that is. We're in peaceful mode now, so it's time to, let's see. We'll change our game mode to survival, and immediately these guys will start attacking. And now you'll see I have a potion of levitation effect on me, and this is the default thing. So their attempt of attack here is to hit you with these and get you higher and higher in the air. Now the chorus plants will help you have a chance of landing and not dying. Unfortunately, I don't have that. And you notice you can hit away those. But I have no more levitation, so I fall and I die. And that's pretty stinky. Notice they will also attack each other, and they have, while in our absence, been attacking each other. So every single one that was over here has taken some damage and either gone further away or gotten killed. So So, one thing about this that I have to assume is a bug is if we go back to creative, and when you're in creative you can start flying and then get out of the levitation effect, is when you're in creative these particles will still stick around and they have a tendency to get stuck under blocks because they're trying to uh, attack things. But if you go back into creative, these guys on occasion will still attack each other and still try to attack us. It's a pretty cool effect, and like I said, you can just hit these to get rid of them, and hit that guy to get rid of him. And that's pretty much it for the overworld and what's new. Oh, I did want a comparator, though. So, one thing quickly. I wanted to run a comparator out of the side of one of these just to make sure it's not sending out a redstone signal or anything. And I suppose the better question to ask there is, will it take a redstone signal? An entity that could take a redstone signal and do anything to it whatsoever would be interesting. Even if you had like a redstone signal that would keep them from attacking. Oops. We've got one firing at me because it's invisible. Interesting. So there's an invisible shulker there. So, nope, they don't take a redstone signal. Not a real surprise there. It would have been cool. That could have certainly been a game changer if it had taken redstone and stayed locked, or if it had given out a comparator signal uh, just because it was like its life. That would be pretty cool. But speaking of cool things, it's now time to go to the end, which has been completely revamped. And one thing we can do now is use ender pearls in creative. And let's get a diamond sword. And let's see, a potion of poison, arrow of poison, and a bow. And we'll put these arrows of poison in our right hand. Maybe you have to right click. No, right click is always that. And that is definitely a poison arrow. Alright, so let's continue. To the end, first time I've been in the end. It has been pretty much redone now. It starts you on a platform like before, but I'm not particularly hovering, am I? I can jump down, which is almost never the case. Lots of times you are hovering nowhere close to anything and you have to bring bricks with you to get to that point. So I'm in peaceful right now, and let's show this. You have now cages. They never really fixed the whole cage face when they're on top, but cages directly against these ender crystals, which are now creatable, or they're going to be in 1.9, so you can make these. You can still hit them, but instead of being nothing here, we now have bedrock there. But you can only hit a couple of them because there's cages. You would have to, I suppose, in survival, hit these. Let's see. When we go to creative, you have to sit here with, what, a sword and try and beat on them for a very long time if you were going to try and get away from that. Oops. Oops. I respawned, interestingly, in the end. Difficulty easy. Now, I just created this world, and you can see this is already here. It's not activated, but it's already here. There's a circle of these, not just randomly placed uh, towers. This is very much we've got this boss fight pre-programmed, and I think that's going to help the game quite a bit. Of course, I need to figure out how to spawn the dragon. Let's see. I don't know. It was supposed to spawn by itself, and maybe because I came in on peaceful, he didn't spawn it. So I'll have to just see if I can summon in dragon. There we go. And so let's see. When we're just gonna cheat here, I see no reason to sit and try to fight this legitimately. We will use the new potion of poison, and I think we've got to probably, we don't have a top bar going or anything like that, so we probably bug this some more. So we can certainly kill some of these, but we're in creative mode and we still can't break these. It's a little strange. It might be the strategy here that they've intentionally left this open, because you can fall through these if you line up just right, and the arrows can certainly fall through these. So it may very much well be that their goal is for you to try and angle arrows up. That's a pretty difficult goal to expect from everybody. I've always said that I feel like Minecraft needed a end to the game, and that the boss battle mentality was a real kind of bummer. The whole end was a big bummer, but I will show you some new things they've added, and they've fleshed out this world in a way that makes them a lot more interesting. Now, quit running away. Dragon. The dragon now rests right here too. It doesn't get away from you as far. It doesn't run far off the screen or anything like that. But you still have to be kind of fast to try and hit this guy. And I still have to kind of kill him because I can't get out of this place until I do. Well, at least as far as I know, there's no way to kill him. Get out of here until I kill him. Also, I don't think I can get to the other areas until I kill him. I suppose I could go into game mode survival. See if that helps anything. Then he'll actually attack me. He's flying through those things, but that's just a little bug. Difficulty easy. Game mode. Creative. It's just easier. I think I shot my only arrow when I was in survival too. So you still use up the arrows if they're in the offhand. Can I just kill at E type equals Ender Dragon? Will this work? Nope. Kill the bat, a pig, a chicken, an item, egg, a pig, and a chicken. How is any of that stuff in the game? None of that stuff makes any sense that would actually be in the end. I don't think it is. I think we just found another bug. Let's quickly take on some armor, stack of these, and one of these. And jump back in here. I got back when I died that time, but the first time I died I spawned here. We're finding bugs. Okay. Without the dragon properly summoned, I can't get out that way. But I think I can probably get out with this and then a eye of enders. Let's see if this works. If you're stuck or just can't make a custom map in the end any other way to get out, this should work. There we go. So before we leave, I want to take a quick look around. Notice that, like the end before, it is just one giant giant island. It's even a little bit smaller than what you normally would get. There's nothing so far as what we've seen that would uh, increase its size or add more interesting things. So if this was just it, I wouldn't be as happy with the end as I hope this works. My hope is this will take us to the new area and not just to the end. Okay. It didn't work. Alright. So game mode survival. Jump back in. We don't have that. And summon a ender crystal. You're supposed to be able to summon these. somewhere. Well, actually, you're supposed to be able to create these somewhere and place them down. And when you place them down, you're supposed to summon a new dragon. Is it that you have to place it down right here? Doesn't look like it. And I doubt you have to place it down right here. And I don't think it's just you have to place it somewhere like that. So I bugged out the whole system. Oh, this sucks. This sucks real bad. Because that means I can't get to the new randomly generated areas unless it just happens to be really, really far away from the central island. Ooh, this is not good. And that's the best part. So we'll have to, let's see, save and quit, create new world, survival. We'll have to try again. Man, this is supposed to be just a quick video too. I've noticed that creating a new world is kind of slow. Maybe it's my settings or what, I don't know. Notice there's not a ton of okay. Interesting, I start a new world this way. I don't even have the ability to uh, turn on cheats. Let's see, I have to do the trick just to change my own thing. Okay, so Eye of Enders and a sword and a bow and all kinds of armor and end portals. Some things getting in the way here. So we'll make a really ugly end portal right there. Will this work with the plants in the middle? Apparently it won't. Come on, portal. Interesting. What did I do wrong? Do I have to have some on the edge? Let's see. Sometimes these things are sideways. Man. So, you can definitely see that there's some bugginess with this thing. Yeah, let's just start all over. This way, and this way, and then these three. This way, this way, this way. And these three. I see this one here is not pointing inward. So see the little squiggly lines here and here? Need to point inward, I think. Well, if that is the case, what's the next problem? Hmm. Let's try this again. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to just admit defeat. I'm gonna put all the squiggly lines going side by side here. And just say this is a snapshot, it is buggy. I'm interested in 1.9. I'm really interested in the new things that would happen in the end, because it is now going to have dungeons in it. It is now going to have a lot of things, a lot of cool things in it. But yeah, so we'll see next snapshot. I have no idea. I have freaking no clue why this doesn't want to work. I can only assume it's because of bugs. I can only assume it's because of just things going wrong. But we can't go any further. What a terrible way to show a snapshot. Anywho, I have a lot of other games that I am doing right now. Uh, click on my name Rydo, go to my main YouTube page, click that playlist tab, and see all those games that I'm covering. Uh, Not particularly recording a Minecraft series right now. A lot of things are going to change. We're going to get a lot of new uh, maps when 1.9 comes out, and a lot of things are going to be different. And then a lot of the old things are going to have to stay at older versions. So I look forward to that. I will be covering new Minecraft series eventually, just really don't have time for it, and there's not enough out there that I'm good enough to play at. I'm not very much of a survival player, obviously, and probably not very much of a creative player either. As you can see, I couldn't even get that thing to work, and then the whole game is now just crashing. So I would highly recommend you not try to build anything important or play on survival mode, because you can see it is buggy and it's going to take it a while to get out the bugs. That's what the snapshots are for. It's to test out new features in the real world and see how they crash the game. And they have crashed the game. I end all my episodes the same way. I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos, even though the long ones like this where we really don't accomplish that much. If you want to support me, which would be greatly appreciated, you can click on my name, Rydo. That gets you to my main YouTube page again. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click that, make a donation. That would be amazingly appreciated. It would be super helpful. This is the only thing I do. This is my career. I do a lot of it. I have over 1,000 videos already recorded, and I will keep on going. Uh, Also, what is helpful is if you friend and follow me on every service that you happen to be on. I have links down below for things like Twitter and Facebook and Google Plus and Steam and Battle.net, Tumblr, and I think that's all I have right now, but I may have some more, so check back every now and then. Following me on that, make sure you know when I have new episodes out. I release new episodes every Monday through Friday. Right now I'm releasing a lot of episodes. Eventually I'm going to get it down to a more manageable 3, but right now it's between 5 and 6 episodes every Monday through Friday. Hey, uh, and then I give you the weekend to catch up, if you would be so kind. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with this. This thing is so crashed. Yep. Have a good evening.